YouTube, what it do? Is your boy Benji back with the crew. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. There was a Pod the Balloon video that went viral. Typically, the ones that go viral are the ones from Arlette Amoli's Pod the Balloon. They typically tend to be presented a little bit more eloquently and with a little more production. But there's plenty of Pod the Balloon videos that go viral. I've seen the 21v1s. All this type of stuff is just crazy. It always begs the question of whether or not people are actually there for anything serious or if they're just looking for a viral moment. At the end of the day, there was a episode, I forget which one it was. I want to say episode 60 or 61 from Arlette, in which a guy went up there and was asked why he decided to pop on a lady. He mentioned that lady wasn't his type because of her hair being too short, and that caused a huge debacle online, stemming from one of the contestants deciding to voice her opinion on why you cannot talk about black women's hair. Now, the woman herself, who started a lot of this controversy, decided to make a video and talk about it. So I'll hear her out.
For me, it's not that I'm promiscuous. It's, I think, just the initial attraction.
Um, Not so much.
And why not?
I'll say more so like the hair, too longer hair.
I remember like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. Like you never know how you're gonna feel when someone's telling you what they don't like about you or what they're not into about you. But I remember like in that very moment feeling pretty proud of, like happy with myself that I didn't feel anything. I felt like, okay, cool. And I think I was just happy that to feel like, okay, I'm at the place in my life where other people's words don't hurt me, like they would have when I was younger. Because let's be honest, growing up with super curly type 4C hair, it was a journey. But let's pause on that, and now let's fast forward to Sandy. This was about like just the whole history of black women's hair, how much I think in general we have felt insecure about our hair because of society, like, which is something I can definitely relate to. Growing up, I used to straighten my hair all the time. I remember like in middle school swimming, I would try to get out of swimming as much as possible because I didn't want my straightened hair to get curly again. And when I was forced to go in the pool after swimming, I would stay in the locker room and I would skip lunch to straighten my hair. I remember it would always look terrible, but I would even skip class to be in there straightening my hair. So that's just one example. And I remember the one time that I got the confidence to wear my hair out, because every single day I either wore my hair straightened or in a ponytail. If it was curly, it was in a ponytail or pigtails 100% of the time. I never wore it without that. I never wore it like this.
And that's what I think is the more important conversation to have. Like I said, instead of it being a conversation in which you are just kind of demeaning one group of people, and that's kind of what I mentioned when I did an initial reaction to it. It seemed as if when the women were trying to stick up for her or for black women in total, it seemed as if it became a thing where other groups were brought into it to diminish them as well. When I think it could have been truly a better conversation if we're talking about just the small things that a lot of women have to go through that are probably unknown to men in general or maybe either other ethnic groups.
Grade to wear my hair like this, just natural. And as soon as I walked in the door, I probably hadn't even been in the school for 5 minutes, and this girl says like, "Oh my gosh, your hair is crazy." I headed to the girls' locker room and put my hair in a ponytail and never wore it out again during school. I didn't wear my hair natural like this until I moved to Austin, Texas, where I was around other black women who had their hair like this. And yeah, which finally gave me the confidence. It took a long time. Let me tell you one other thing. Like, I also used to relax my hair. I would get it chemically relaxed so that it would, it was like to here, long, wavy. And then my hair started falling out because it was over relaxed. So then I go back to Minnesota. My mom cuts my hair, like, basically it was a pixie cut. She cut it like all off because it was all dead. And my boyfriend at the time hated it. Like, he thought it looked like a boy. And that was another time when I had to just kind of work through things. And that probably made the comment the guy in the blue jacket made even less of a big deal for me. Like, I've had it where I had a boyfriend who like basically straight up told me he was no longer attracted to me because my hair was short. So yeah, this is not something that's new for me to hear.
Hey, look, shout out to her for being a little vulnerable online, especially since this moment could have started. I got a lot of conversation about how a lot of the women perceived because of their hair, and a lot of times are professional opportunities are limited to them due to their hair and a lot of the stereotypes that are attached to it. I know it is not easy, but if I can offer anything that does seem as if it's a light at the end of the tunnel, you don't want to be dealing with anybody who doesn't find you attractive in X state. If somebody, like you said, doesn't like longer, doesn't prefer shorter hair, and that's typically what they're attracted to is longer hair, you would rather know that up front. The same reason a lot of these guys, I tell them like something that you can't control, even though you can, in some sense, control your hair. The guys that get up there and they're like, oh, well, this woman says I'm short. Why don't you like me because I'm short? Look, if you want to go back and forth, sure. For the content and entertainment purposes, do it. But at the end of the day, if you're really looking for somebody who wants to value you as a romantic partner, if they can't see value in you because you are short, then there's so many red flags that step out there because you're just not going to align with this person. If somebody thinks that you should have longer hair in order to be attractive, then there's so many things that they're missing out on you as a person individually.
I think you should keep your natural hair. And she told me, like, for her, it's been a journey, but what she knows is that, like, she loves her hair in all of its forms. She has good hair days and bad hair days. Sometimes her hair is acting awesome. Sometimes she just wants to throw a hat on. Sometimes she puts it in a ponytail. Sometimes a hairband. But no matter what, like, it's her hair and it's what God gave her, and she loves it. And that has stuck with me forever. And since then, I have worn my natural hair. So that was like 4 years ago. So it was only 4 years ago that I started wearing my hair natural. All that is to say, I kind of feel like that type of thing is where Sandy was coming from.
And you can see she's getting emotional because of her direct correlation to this experience, which I think is important, that she was at least able to hold her tongue in the midst of that moment. That could be many things. She could have been extremely triggered at that point, but maybe just held it together because she's on a platform and that's not her personality type. But again, I think that the way that who she's talking about, Sandy, the way that woman addressed it in the original video, there was a moment to be made, but the manner that she addressed it, again, is going to miss the mark of the people that you're looking to hit. Because what she did was immediately start bringing in other groups. Oh, I know your mama got short hair. If you want to go get with Becky with the long hair, go be with that. Most people that have long hair, they have thin hair. So by bringing down multiple groups whilst trying to big up another, I think that your message missed the mark for plenty of people.
Our hair, just feeling like our hair is not good enough or not, it doesn't meet the beauty standards.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Sandy,
it looks like this woman does some modeling too in her own time.
He goes off about all that, and like I said, I was just kind of there like, oh snap.
She's
and I
a
remember
dancer,
just feeling like I don't want to be in the middle of this.
Yeah.
And that was kind of that.
I'm back from my run and out of the shower, and two things that I will add real quick. One, spreading hate of any kind is not cool. Like,
right.
People hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who's going on anyone's Instagram or social media and telling them that they hate them or that they're a terrible person or that they're a disgrace, like, that says a lot about the person spreading the hate, not about the person receiving it. So if you're one of those people, I would look within and ask yourself why you feel the need to, like, to tear other people down.
Yeah.
Two, like, anyone's reaction is always based on their own past experiences. I think in that whole scenario, like, as I mentioned, I don't think that this was about me specifically. I don't think it was about the guy in the blue jacket specifically. This was about a ton of other things. Yeah, so I will say I don't think it was fair for this man to get all that heat, because really it wasn't. I don't think it was about him. I think it was about just society and, like, all the past stuff that has been there surrounding Black women's hair, as I mentioned. And then 3, of course, Black women can have natural long hair. Like, I feel like I don't even need to speak on that. I think that what she was saying, like, there's a lot more to it, and I'm not going to speak for her, but I will just leave it at, yes, Black women can naturally have long hair. Both of my sisters have long, natural, curly black hair.
All in all, there's a real conversation to be had, and it's nice to see that this woman voiced her opinion on it following Pop the Balloon, and, maybe that'll open a lot of people up and allow some people to be respectful. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. Crew, stay tuned to the next one.